Ever since the premise of this film came out, I've been asking basically two questions in almost all my videos. What made Scar turn bad, and is Mufasa gonna be a usurper? Well, now that I've seen the film, let's analyze this very complex situation. Welcome to my channel, subscribe if you've not, and now let's get started. So let's start with what made Scar turn bad, because as a cub, he was a sweetheart, quite arrogant, but But right from childhood, he was already being brought up with the idea that as a future king, Mufasa was out to get him and take his throne. This alone is enough for him to reserve mixed feelings towards Mufasa, and I think it did. So let's park this point here and move on to the next. We'll come back to it. It is also worth noting that he and Mufasa grew up very differently. Taka grew up relaxing under the tree with his father and the rest of the lions, while Mufasa grew up with the lionesses hunting. And the effectant result of this upbringing caused Taka to be timid, while Mufasa became assertive and strong. And this came to light when the white lions first attacked Mufasa and Eshe, and Mufasa fought to protect his adoptive mother. Meanwhile, Taka cowered in fear and ran away. It was at this moment that I first noticed Taka look at Mufasa differently. So let's pile this experience now with everything his father has been saying to him and move on to the next point, which is the love triangle between him, Mufasa and Sarabi. Now, I'll be honest, I initially laughed at the idea of Scar becoming a bad guy because Sarabi turned him down, but when you think about it, actually history has recorded events where kingdoms have fallen because of the loss of a lover. Like, terrible things can happen when a relationship does not go as planned. Like, the aftermath of a heartbreak can be deadly, a la Romeo and Juliet, Othello, and people deleting themselves because they got turned down. And this love triangle was actually introduced in 2019. Remember this sequence?
Long ago, you chose Mufasa over me, but now there is a new king. So stop being so selfish. Take your place by my side, and we will feast together.
I will never be your queen.
This was one of the few changes, or should I say additions, made to that shot-for-shot remake, and they fleshed it out in this prequel story. Taka had feelings for Sarabi, but it didn't go as planned. Mufasa even tried to win him some points by giving Taka credit for saving her during an elephant stampede, but a lie can only go so far, and she and Mufasa connected more than Taka, so when he saw them together, that was what then broke the camel's back. So add this heartbreak to what his father has been telling him about Mufasa taking what is his and every other thing, and that was when I saw Taka as the villain, and then he went ahead to become allied with Kyros. And I don't know how they did it, but at that moment, Kelvin sounded so much like Chiwetel Ejiofor, that's the voice of older Scar in the 2019 Lion King. Like, I thought they brought him back, so that's an incredible voice work from Kelvin there. But even at that, Taka was not completely gone. Like, he still cared for Mufasa because he tried to save Mufasa from Kyros, which led to his scar, and after everything, he still had the chance to let Mufasa drown, but he saved him. But all was lost when Rafiki and the animals at Milele anointed Mufasa as their king. That was when I was like, nope, Taka is gone. This is now the Scar that I recognized from the first Lion King film. So did Mufasa usurp the throne from Taka? The simple answer is no. Like, he earned his place as the king of Pride Rock, and if we're to be practical, if I were Taka, I'd have left the Pride Rock and start off my own pride somewhere else. Like, the film already introduced us to several prides, so he could have just left and start afresh someplace else. But yeah, that would throw away the plot of the first film, so yeah. Another thing I really love about this prequel story is that it didn't make Scar a sympathetic villain. Like, watching the events unfold, I rather understood why he turned out the way he did, and it's such a tragic story, and it doesn't water down or take away from the Scar and Mufasa we know. It's just a tragic origin story of two brothers, and I loved it. So share your thoughts on this topic down in the comment section below. I would like to hear what you guys think. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.